this empty lot is where we will be building the next Italianate villa. And these next 3 buildings have not been painted yet, but will be to the current color scheme, which you'll see as you look through the video here. That first one was a Victorian. This next one is the Federal. And the last one is an Italianate. Hi there. That's the Victorian now. That's the Italianate. Art Deco. Adobe. The Cracker. You'll notice the first one was yellow and orange. This one's orange and yellow. The third one will actually be blue. Another Victorian. Another Federal, and a New Orleans. None of these have been dip painted yet, as you can see, but you can see that there is work ongoing. These will be done before the end of the year. All of these colors will be changed to the colors that you've just seen. That one right there may actually be a little bit brighter blue, but it will be a shade of blue somehow. This very last one we're coming up to actually already has been painted, as it was actually the model villa that we worked from. I'm going to move the camera here because we're going to be going through a section of the village where the villas are on both sides, and it's phase 1. Villa 199-200, Villa 201-202, 203 and 204. 205 and 206, 207 and 208. Now we come into like a centralized area here with our pool, gingerbread house. The next villa is 209 and 210. There is no 211 and 212. That's all pool area now. 213 and 214. 215 and 216. As you can see, our numbering system changes. One section of the village, it's all on one side. The next, it's actually on both sides of the road. 217 and 218 are right back here in the cul-de-sac. And then we start down this next section, phase 2, 219, 220. These colors are current and will be brightened but not changed. 1 and 22. 223 and 24. These colors are actually, there are some original colors in here, but we've added all of the purples, yellows, oranges, and blues They were brought over from the Fairy Tale Forest when we did that expansion 4 years ago, and you'll see that in just a minute as we come around the corner here. Right after 2:30. Just kind of to give you a perspective, we're going to come back down the other side, but the villas are, this is phase 2. You hit part of it numerically going this direction, then you'll go through Fairy Tale Forest and then come back again, as you will soon see. Now, Fairy Tale Forest, you can see the new colors. That villa will actually have the roof repainted, but the same color it is now, just brighter. It's starting to fade. The rest of these villas were painted within the last 2 years and will only be getting some minor touch-up. Nothing will change on these villas. These colors will stay as they are. $237, $238. 239 and 240. That's a castle. That's a cottage. Another cottage. Another cottage. And the second castle. There are, in this section, there are 3 cottages and 2 castle designs. And I will name those out as someone, one of you looking at this video will be needing that information. $251 and $252. $253 and $254. $255 and $256, and that is called Castle 1, just an information. Behind it there, that one we just passed, that is actually going to be Cottage 1. And you'll see where that's important here in a few minutes. 257, 258, 259, 260. As you can see, 61 and 262 is actually another Cottage 1. There's Castle 2, that's 263 and 264. Another cottage. Another cottage. Last one, 67, 68. And in these last spaces right here, there are going to be 2 buildings built. There'll be 269 and 270 will be a Cottage 1. 271 and 272 will be Castle 1. And then we start back into phase 2 again. You can see why it's so important that the colors blend, because we do transition areas, but even when the designs are completely different, it doesn't seem quite so noticeable, and it doesn't let a family feel that maybe they're missing out by bringing the colors through. They feel like the same buildings. Just for point of information, that's a phase 2 villa. This is a phase 4 villa. This villa was actually built in here to fill in a hole. There are 3 more behind it. You'll see them in a minute. But we kind of themed them into the existing area. That village will not change colors, nor will this one. This one will be getting a little brighter. It gets that same shades of yellow and orange that we're currently using. Same way with this one. We'll be touching up the roof and just touching up the paint colors on it. That's a painted, that was originally a white tile roof. That gets a little interesting over here in the next section here. You'll see villas from all different eras. This is, as I said, this is phase 2. When we come to the stop sign here, we go back up around the corner here. And as you can see, you're looking at phase 2 over here, phase 1 over here. Right on the other side is actually some phase 4 villas. So it's a hodgepodge here, and the villa numbering does jump back and forth. This is the last phase 2 villa. This is villa 285 and 286. 287, 288 is a phase 1 villa. 289, 90, 91 and 92, 93 and 94 are all phase 4 villas. That Italianate, the colors will change to the new colors. This is a Federal, the colors will change to the new colors. And this last one right here is kind of a New Orleans. We may change the colors up on it because it's not what we're currently doing for the New Orleans villas. Finally, last but not least, this villa here, but we're not doing anything on this villa as it will be torn down.